Episode 4 of the Condog Show, where we talk a little bit about pirates, a little bit about gym, a little bit about life. Um, Today I was like, oh, I have a day off, rest day, let's record. I want to get my audio better. I don't really know how, so I'm just trying out different things. Um, the little Rode Me mics are good, but I'm gonna be honest. Even with the videos, I still feel like I'm figuring them out a little bit, so please excuse the terrible audio in most of my videos. I hope that eventually it gets better, and the more I make videos, I feel like the better I'll get at kind of my setup, and yeah, it'll just be way better eventually. I'm just getting used to it right now, so yeah, thank you for bearing with me. Anyways, today I'm not sure what we're gonna do. Let's see what we got going on. No lobbies, huh? Well, shoot. I guess we can start with bilge a little bit. We'll farm in this place. So, um, I've talked a little bit about pirates in the other video, but basically the goal is finding weapons and collecting them. And the best weapons are these red cards. They are legendary weapons, and I am trying to find all 34 of them. Right now we are at 24, so, we're getting there, but it takes a minute. It is a process for sure. And some legendary weapons can take people months, like I have not gotten one since April the 10th. And I play relatively consistently. Obviously, if I played more, the chances of me getting something are higher, but I just don't have the schedule. And two, I don't want to waste a ton of time playing this game. It can be very, very time consuming. You are kind of gambling your time a bit with this game, and that's why I'm like, you know what? I love this game so much. Why not record? It's definitely not the most entertaining game. I've said it before, but it's kind of boring. It's very repetitive, very buggy. Um, it's it's kind of a goofy game. It was created way back in the day, and it was made by Disney originally, and somehow some fans of the game were able to make it, bring it back to life basically, and allow people to play it again, which I'm so thankful for. And it's free. Like, we don't have to pay anything. For memberships, you had to pay a specific amount a month. Now it's all free, and you get to experience the game completely for free, which is so, so nice. And I kind of crap on it a little bit, but it's truly my favorite game. Obviously, I think it's more so for nostalgia. It's nothing crazy. It's no blockbuster game at all, as you can tell. But I absolutely love the game. I played it all through my childhood, and yeah, I'll never stop playing it. I love this game. Yeah, let's go farm the little wasp guys. So this is where all the little wasps are. I think I was here the other episode, but yeah, we'll go farming here. It's so nice. It's the weekend. Last episode, I was so tired. I had a very long week, so it was nice to just be able to kind of sleep in a little bit. I'm recording at 8 in the morning. It's kind of hard for me to sleep in now just because with my schedule, I wake up so early, so it's kind of difficult for me to do that. But still, it was nice to kind of sleep in a little later than waking up at 5 or whatever. Because that can be kind of brutal. I'm thinking I'll do this for a little bit, and then we'll try to head to a boss to farm. Because, to be honest, like, as much as I want one of these legendaries, the boss legendaries are just, I don't know, I'm more interested in them. Although, like, it would probably be good to get one of these guys out of the way. I don't know. I'm not a fan of, I don't hate them. I don't think they're bad by any means. Oh, wow, off-rip famed, let's go. I don't think they're bad. But I don't know, they don't, like, Hornet Stinger's cool. I want Hornet Stinger. If I could get a Hornet Stinger off-rip, we'd be happy. But, the Nature Staff and then Ridgeway's Revenge, I'm like, nah. And then, God forbid, we get a dupe O Silver, which is the pistol that you get from this area. Maybe I should clarify. So you can get a pistol, a staff, which is, oh, where's my staff? Oh, I had a mini heart attack there. So this is the staff. They kind of look similar. It's basically like a stick, a Gandalf staff. Imagine just, yeah, Gandalf and his staff. That's basically what it is. The one I have currently is so much better than the one that you get here, though. So it's kind of like meh. That's what I was talking about. Like, nah, I don't really. I'm not a big fan. You know, gotta get them all, but I'm in no real rush to get them all here. In fact, like, this area is more so for getting a lot of these. So I know it's kind of been kind of just a hoax more so, but I guess you're supposed to get a legend one in every 1,170 or every 1,200 skull chests, right? That's what some people say, and you know, the likelihood of that happening might be somewhat high, but I still feel like there is some disparity. I think that sometimes you can go well over the 1,200 skull count and still not get a legendary weapon. I don't believe it's just like one in every 1,200 guaranteed. I think the RNG is still pretty whack in regards to that, because I definitely think I'm probably over that 1,200 skull mark currently, and you know, I still haven't gotten a legendary, which is pretty typical. I feel like, you know, sometimes it works out. Sometimes you get legendaries, like, you know, once a week, you know. I think too it depends on how much you play as well. But it is truly all RNG. I feel like so many people kind of try to decode, or like, oh, I did this on this server and it helped me do this. I think it's just all of us coping and trying to defunk what is just pure luck in our little brains. Because, yeah, it's truly just straight up RNG. Random number generator. It's just, you know, it could drop for me next skull, it could never drop for me, you know. That's kind of the name of the game. But earlier, I think you guys saw a blue weapon. That is a famed. Those are rarer. Not as rare as legendaries, but they are still pretty rare. Some famed are a lot rarer than others. There's a few famed that I really want to collect, but I want to prioritize getting legendaries first, and then we can move on to the famed weapons. It'd be so cool to pull a legendary on one of these little videos while I'm recording. It'd be pretty cool, just so you guys could see what it looks like and everything. And two, it makes a little noise, like you open the chest and it's a little red, and then it's like, oh, like makes a little sound, which is kind of cool. I definitely appreciate it. The little noise is well appreciated. It's quite the presentation for sure. But yeah, we're just gonna be, buffing our skulls, because the higher the skull count, the probably closer you're getting to a legendary. In my head, at least. So that's why I kind of like farming in this area when there's nothing really going on, because I can kind of just get a lot of skull chests because of the amount of enemies. So that's kind of the purpose there, and that's why I farm here somewhat often. And two, because there's also like still legendaries that I need to collect here, so I'm not like stressing about accidentally pulling a duplicate legendary, which happens very often. This game is incredibly unforgiving in that regard. So there are two specific legendaries. So this Lost Sword of El Patron and the Silver Freeze. They are in most loot pools, especially, well, like most all boss loot pools. And so these bosses will drop a unique boss legendary, and those two are packed in there. So, it's already hard enough pulling a legendary, but then your chances are even slimmer because you have this and this in the loot pool, and let's say you're trying to get this one. So your odds are definitely stacked against you. So, and two, you could have bad luck, and you might have already gotten a Silver Freeze and an El Patron, and then you might think, oh, I'm gonna get this weapon next. Psych! You aren't. You won't get it next. You just end up getting another dupe, which is extremely aggravating, but I think it's just a part of the process. And some people absolutely hate it, and I completely sympathize. But for me, it's just like, it's a part of the little journey. And two, I don't really want to rush this game. Like, I'm not trying to just like absolutely power through all the legendaries. Some people just like go, 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 go. I think for me, it's just more so the journey rather than the destination. And I love just, being out here in these little areas and throwing my knives and throwing my grenades and getting my little skull chests. I think one thing that I like about this area too is there's still fame that I need to collect, so that also makes things a little more exciting because there's just so many weapons I want to collect in this little area, which I can appreciate, and hence why I farm here pretty often. But still have yet to loot a legendary from this area, surprisingly. But we'll see. It'll happen eventually, but truly I have not. Like, usually what'll happen is I'll get a new unique legendary, and then I come here immediately to start getting more skull chests to help with the count of my skulls, and to hopefully get a legendary sooner rather than later. Right now I count the amount of famed that I get before I get a legendary, so I count the amount of blues I get before I get a red. And right now we are at 79 blues and 0 reds, so I feel like I'm getting relatively close with this character, Jack, in particular. Sometimes he gets them quick. He'll have quick turnarounds, and it'll be like 20 famed, and then he gets another legendary. And there's sometimes where he'll go 200 plus famed without seeing a red, which is definitely a bummer. But again, it's about the journey, dude. So it's a-okay, And two, I feel like, for a while I would get really upset at getting dupes, but now it's kind of just like, it's a part of the process, and it's okay. Yeah, I talked about it a little bit yesterday, but I'm on a little 3-day rest. Every once in a blue moon, when it comes to weightlifting, I like doing a bit of a reset for my body, and I'm very consistent, very disciplined with the gym. I do not stop going to the gym. However, after long periods of time, I like to give my body some rest, and I never go more than a week, ever, but I will go like max about 3 days, and then I start my split again. So right now we're just on that like good little 3 days off, and it's been really nice, man. My body feels good today. I'm on day 2 of rest, and it's been nice, man. My body feels really good right now, and it'll be nice too because tomorrow when I hit the gym, I'm gonna be super fresh, and it'll be arms. I talked about it in the last video, but I'll be hitting arms tomorrow, and I'll just be like super fresh all around. And I'm hoping to, even though I'm in a deficit, I'm hoping to have built a little bit of strength. It's nice when I come back, usually after a 3-day little rest break, I am a bit stronger, and so we'll see. We will see, but again, I've talked about it before, my arms have been a bit of a stubborn muscle group to grow, so hoping, to continue on with the progress that I've had so far. I feel like with the way I've done things with my split, I've been seeing some really significant arm growth, which has been so nice. I absolutely, I wish I had bigger arms. Like, obviously, for most people, arms is like, you want big arms, right? I'm in the same boat, and for a while it was a struggle, but now I'm seeing some pretty significant progress, so it's been so exciting for me to see that. But yeah, I talked a little bit about my week last video. But yeah, very long week, so I was quite exhausted, so it's nice to wake up, have a slow little morning. This morning, I kind of switched it up. Normally, I do a shake, and this morning, I had some Magic Spoon. It's basically like a protein cereal. They've got around 13 to 15 grams of protein in 1 cup, and around 150 to 140 calories depending on the flavor. And so I did that with a so then I used, for the milk, I used a Fairlife protein shake, so 150 calories with 30 grams of protein plus the 13 to 15, looking at around 43 grams of protein and around 300 calories. And then I added 2 scoops or 2 servings of the PB Fit. It's powdered peanut butter, and if you want peanut butter and you're on a cut, it's a game changer because the macros are insane. You get 60 calories for a serving of it, and it feels like a lot of protein, or at least or a lot of peanut butter, not protein. I mean, it's a decent amount of protein. For 2 servings, I'm getting 16 grams of protein, which is awesome, and it only 120 calories. It's definitely a cheat. I recommend it times a million for those peanut butter lovers out there. PB Fit is an absolute game changer. I absolutely adore it. And too, it's nice because, like, let's say you actually want to spread it on something. What you can do is basically, like, sometimes I'll have a little rice cake and I'll put the powdered peanut butter on top and then add a bit of water. Take like a little knife or spoon and kind of like stir it on the top, and it almost just makes peanut butter. So, if you kind of want that actual peanut butter, deal, then you can do that as well. I think you could literally just like get a little bowl, put some in it, put a little bit of water, stir it up, and then have your own little peanut butter that's like really macro friendly. So definitely recommend that times a million. It's such a cheat code. Finding little stuff that like you like when you're not cutting is so big. Like little sauces. For me, I love ketchup, and so sugar-free ketchup. The sugar-free Heinz ketchup has been good. It's still around 10 calories. I wish I could get like. I'm sure there's a 0-calorie version of ketchup out there. I'm just being lazy, but yeah, we'll have to find that, dude. I'm slacking on that, but there's a Heinz sugar-free one, and it's only 10 calories, and I still count it. So I'll do the exact serving size, which is probably like a tablespoon, I believe. Yes, it's a tablespoon. And so I'll just do or usually sometimes a little bit less than the tablespoon. I'm not like, it's so crazy because a tablespoon actually goes a little bit further than you'd think. Sometimes you're like, oh yeah, I'm just going to do a serving. And then you're like, damn, that was a lot. Like olive oil, bro, I do not need a tablespoon of olive oil for my ground beef. Like I just put a little bit in the pan, we good. But yeah, man, I think just finding those little things that help, flavor your food or give it a little bit of a different taste, because maybe you're eating, like I eat the same things over and over and over again. So finding little ways to switch up the same meal is a game changer, man. You gotta do it, otherwise you'll kind of go insane. Yeah. I'm thinking, so it's been probably about 2 months of me cutting. I've had one cheat meal. It was one burger. I still fit it in my macros, so it was not like I went over. It still was in my, within my calories. I just, I didn't eat other things that I'd normally eat that day and fit the burger in. And it was awesome. But I think we'll be doing this cut up into, I'm thinking September will be when we start to titrate up our food and we really start bulking. After doing my cut, it's really helped me realize that, like, oh, if you count this stuff, it's so much more effective. When I was bulking, I was just making sure I got over 200 grams of protein, and then like around that 4,000 to 5,000 calorie mark, and I would kind of just eat whatever, but I wasn't really counting, so some days might have been lighter than others, and I didn't get that consistent amount of calories in every day. And I think this time around, because I cut and because I realized, oh, if I eat the same amount of calories every day, I know that I am going to lose weight, right? And so I would count them, and it's helped, like, oh, a foreign concept. Yeah, it helped me lose weight. And relatively quickly, I might add, which I had to kind of adjust for, because I didn't realize how effective it would be. I should have done a little bit more research. Luckily, I have good friends, and then also YouTube to help me with, like, not fully, like, because you don't want to lose muscle. You want to maintain your muscle while cutting, and two, you don't just want to absolutely starve yourself. I feel like doing what I'm doing can cause eating disorders for sure, and I don't want to do that. I want to just eat healthy and clean, and I'm not trying to push myself into like almost a competition-esque physique. I am not going down to 4% body fat or 3% body fat. I'm not trying to do that. It would be cool to maybe get around that, like 7, 8%, we can get down to there, and that'll be as low as it goes. I'm not trying to get any lower than that, because I feel like past that, it's just a little rough on the body, especially doing that long term. It's definitely not sustainable at all. Whereas around 8%, 9%, especially 10% for me, I feel so good. Hormones are balanced, nothing's crazy, feel good. Whereas when I get into those lower body fat percentages, your fats aren't really able to regulate your hormones properly, and you'll feel the lack of testosterone for sure. You'll feel the lack of strength, etc. And that's what kind of the mistake I made when I first started cutting. I was cutting and it's funny because hindsight's 2020, and it's not like I didn't know this information. I had my protein high, but I basically was almost no carb and shot down to a very low intake way too fast. I went from 5,000 to sometimes it would be 1,500 to 1,800 calories. And with the job that I have, going to the gym plus cardio, I was in a massive deficit and my strength fell off super, super fast. And I was like, what's going on? Well, dude, you don't need to cut that much. You do not need to. You are very active. There is no need for you to cut the carbs and just have zero energy all day. You're not competing. You're not doing that, buddy. And so I kind of had to revamp the way I was doing things. Now, basically, I'm in perfect control. I was able to kind of locate the amount of calories it takes for me to maintain my weight, and I eat that amount and then just add a bit of cardio to basically get over that little hump of maintaining. And that's maintaining with work, with gym, etc. I just do a very little bit of extra cardio, and it's helped me to shave off weight. Usually around some weeks it'll be a pound, and then some it'll be half a pound, but slowly titrating down the weight. This morning I was weighing in at 173 pounds, 173.5 pounds, which is, I am the biggest I've ever been at this weight. It's nuts. Everything seeing little bits of striations and, the veins, the bicep veins, the freaking, my outer sweep on my quad, my teardrop, your hamstrings, everything's starting to show. And it's so, so sick. I've got a vein on my calf. We're really starting to peel out a bit, which is so awesome. Especially in the mornings, you wake up, you're a little bit dehydrated because you haven't drank water in 8 to 10 hours or however much sleep you're getting. You should be getting, dude, bare minimum, please just get 6 hours of sleep. And even then, it's not enough. It's just tough though. We have life. I feel that whole, you need to get 8 hours of sleep or you're gonna flip and die. If you don't get 8 hours of sleep, you're a beta male. Brother, not everyone is just can, get 8 hours of sleep every freaking day. Some people can, but some people it's just not gonna happen all the time. So just try to get as much sleep as humanly possible. I feel that's one thing I've definitely I could do better at is my rest, my diet, my training. Everything else is very on point. I feel the only thing is maybe my rest is a bit it could be optimized a bit more, right? But it is what it is. We keep killing it. We keep trying, keep trying to get that extra sleep in. This morning, I woke up way early, and I was like, I just want to get up. They're like, no, bro, you stayed up late last night. You got to get in a little bit extra sleep. So went back to bed, woke up, and now we're here. But yeah, that's as far as diet goes. Just finding little things that help you stay on top of those meals that are, super macro friendly, like sauces, man. I don't know what it is. Like finding sauces, finding stuff that you can put on the food, and to season your damn food. I'm a white guy. White people just don't seem to want to season their frickin' food. I tell you what, after this, I'm a seasoned veteran. I know how to make stuff taste good that normally is like, that probably would never taste good. And now I can, like, ground turkey, I can make that shit taste amazing. I can confidently say that because of what I've been doing and how long I've been doing it. So, you just got to find little cheat codes here and there to make your food taste good. And then, two, switching it up. So, like, let's say you used a specific seasoning for like a week, switch it up and it'll be like, oh my God, a new meal. Holy crap. Or like, your carb is like rice, right? Maybe one day do like potatoes. Like, just switching up little things like that, it'll trick your brain into being like, oh wow, that was fun, new meal. That was really good. And in reality, you're eating basically the same freaking thing. But yeah, doing little stuff like that, or like fitting in, like this morning, I kind of made a little, like, instead of my shake, I had my little, like, cereal, but it's still in my macros, and it's actually the same exact macros. So I added it up this morning. 420 calories and 58 grams of protein is exactly the same calories and protein as my shake that I normally have. Now, the other, like the carbs and fats, I'm not exactly sure what we're getting in that. I probably should be a little more aware. But I think it's a bit more carb for sure. I don't think. Obviously, you have some fats from the milk, but for the most part, I think it's more so going to be. Actually, it might be a little bit less carb centric because in my like normal shake, I have a banana. We did not have our normal banana. So I'd be curious. I'd have to look at the nutrition facts on the cereal. But yeah, kind of just like I was saying, switching things up. Sorry to keep going on tangents, but that's kind of what I want to do with this channel. Just kind of yap, and you guys can watch the background gameplay. I do kind of want to like talk about, like, I don't know why I love the YouTube drama space. So maybe I can give like little updates here and there of like what's going on in like the YouTube realm, and like do little stories here and there. I'm thinking about doing that, like pirates and frickin' YouTube drama / gym. Like, just I feel like I like the whole like Tlopo and Gym thing because it's like, I don't know, I can just use that as the title, but then like kind of just talk about whatever I want. And yeah, I think that's basically what I'm gonna do. But yeah, I think we're gonna wrap up the video here. I hope you guys are having a good weekend so far. Super excited. I recorded last night, and now I'm just recording again because I wanted to, and 2 videos, baby, let's go. This is awesome. Back to back. So I feel like I'm getting like more and more into this. I hope my audio is a little bit better in this video. So let me know. Well, I guess I'll know when I edit it. So yeah, but just let me know how your weekend was. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Love you lots. Peace out.